I just uncovered a handful of airline discounts made specifically for seniors, but they are tucked so far out of sight most travelers never find them. These aren't gimmicks or once-a-year sales. These are quiet, unadvertised deals that could easily save you $100 or more every time you fly. Airlines rarely mention them, and most booking sites don't make them easy to spot, but once you know where to look, the savings start to feel like a small secret between you and the open sky. Think of it this way, every dollar saved on your ticket could mean an extra night visiting family, an extra day exploring a place you've always wanted to see, or just the peace of knowing you got a fair deal. And the best part? You don't have to be a travel expert or spend hours searching online. These savings are already sitting there, quietly waiting for someone like you to claim them. So before you book your next flight, stay with me, because you deserve to travel smarter, not costlier. 1. The hidden senior fares they don't advertise. Most travelers never realize that major US airlines quietly reserve discounted fares just for seniors, but they rarely tell anyone. These special fares are not flashy or listed on the homepage. They are tucked deep into booking systems, hidden under advanced menus, or even kept off the internet altogether. Carriers like Delta, United, American, and occasionally Southwest still honor them, but only if you know the secret steps. When booking online, look closely before you search. There's often a small advanced search or passenger type menu where you can select Senior 65+. Click it, and you might see fares drop by 10%, 20%, sometimes even 30%. It's not luck, it's access that airlines assume most people won't notice. On longer flights, that single click could save you $100 or more, real money that can cover a hotel night, a nice meal, or simply ease the strain of travel costs. But it doesn't stop there. Some airlines have quietly removed the senior option from their websites altogether, hiding it behind the customer service line. That's where your phone becomes your best travel tool. Call the airline's reservation desk and ask directly, do you have senior fares for passengers over 65? The agents won't volunteer it unless you ask, but most are happy to apply the discount once they know you're eligible. That one short conversation could unlock savings the website never offered. It might sound old-fashioned to pick up the phone, but sometimes the old ways pay off best, especially when it comes to airfare. Many seniors hesitate to ask for these deals, but there's no need to feel awkward or uncertain. You've earned the right to fair travel prices after a lifetime of contributing, working, and exploring. Senior fares aren't handouts, they're acknowledgments that travel should stay accessible and joyful as we age. Some of these special fares also come with quiet perks, like easier cancellations, waived change fees, or more flexible seating options, small details that can make travel less stressful. If plans change, or if you need a little extra room, these fares often protect you better than standard tickets. They were designed for travelers who value comfort, reliability, and peace of mind, not just speed. So, the next time you book a flight, take those few extra moments to explore. Search the senior option first. If it's not there, make that quick call. Keep the airline's phone numbers saved on your phone or in a small travel notebook. Delta, United, and American are the best places to start. Ask clearly, stay polite, and know you're entitled to this discount. When you hang up after saving $80 or $120, you'll feel a quiet satisfaction knowing you found something few people even knew existed. Every dollar saved is another opportunity to go farther, see more, and say yes to life's moments that truly matter, whether it's hugging family, visiting an old friend, or simply sitting by a window, watching the world open up beneath the wings. These unadvertised senior fares are proof that experience still has its privileges, you just have to know how to ask. 2. Turning memberships into money savers. One of the easiest ways seniors can save even more on airfare is through memberships that already exist for their benefit, but most people never think to use them. Organizations like AARP, AMAC, and certain senior travel clubs have long-standing partnerships with major airlines such as American, British Airways, and Delta. These agreements quietly unlock lower fares and extra perks for members over 50 or 60, yet few travelers ever log in to check before booking. It's not that the savings are hidden, they are simply overlooked. Most seniors sign up for AARP to read articles or get insurance discounts, but behind that login screen sits a travel section filled with exclusive airfare deals that can be stacked with regular promotions. In some cases, the discounts reach 15% or more, and unlike general promo codes, they don't expire every month. Think of it as having a permanent travel coupon book that renews itself automatically, just waiting for you to open it. To access these savings, go directly through the AARP Travel Center or the member portal of your organization. Type in your flight details there first, then compare the fares with what the airline's main site shows. You might notice the same flight costs $40, $60, even $100 less just because you entered through a membership site. For frequent travelers, that difference adds up fast, especially when visiting family several times a year or escaping the winter cold. The beauty of these memberships isn't just in the savings but in the small comforts they often include. Many affiliated bookings come with added travel protection, easier refund options, or access to senior-friendly assistance services. If something changes with your plans, you can call a real person who understands senior travelers, rather than waiting endlessly on an airline's general hotline. Some partnerships also offer bonus miles or hotel credits when you book flights through their portals, creating a ripple effect of savings that extends far beyond airfare alone. What's even better is that these memberships are not limited to the computer savvy. You can call the AARP travel line or your chosen club's phone number and ask the agent to help you find the best fare using your membership. They're used to guiding travelers step by step, and they'll make sure you get the right discount. Don't worry about sounding demanding. Remember, you've paid for these benefits, and it's your right to use them fully. In fact, one of the most empowering moments for any senior traveler is realizing that age doesn't close doors, it quietly opens new ones. These memberships are your keys. They turn loyalty and life experience into financial freedom and opportunity. So before you finalize your next flight, take a moment to log in or pick up the phone. Check your member portal. Ask what your AARP, AMAC, or senior club discount might be for that airline en route. You may find you've been sitting on savings all along, savings that make it possible to travel more often, bring loved ones together, and enjoy the world with less worry about what it costs. 3. The power of flexibility. Flexibility has always been one of life's quiet advantages, and when it comes to air travel, it can be the difference between overpaying and outsmarting the system. Seniors have a unique edge here. Most aren't tied to rigid work schedules or school calendars, which means they can travel when fares quietly dip and demand softens. Airlines run on patterns, and if you know how to read them, you can fly for far less than the average traveler. The first step is knowing that the cheapest days to fly in the US are almost always Tuesday and Wednesday, with Saturday sometimes offering surprise bargains. Those are the days business travelers stay home, families aren't vacationing, and planes have empty seats to fill. Seniors who can shift their flights by just 1 or 2 days often find the same route dropping by $75, $100, sometimes even $200 without changing anything but the date. The same rule applies to timing. Early morning and late night flights tend to be cheaper because fewer people want them. But for many seniors, those times work perfectly. Airports are quieter, lines are shorter, and the entire experience feels calmer. If you don't mind an early start or a late return, that little adjustment could easily fund an extra night at your destination. Another hidden layer of flexibility lies in airports themselves. Large cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York have multiple airports, and fares between them can differ drastically. Checking flights from a nearby regional or secondary airport can reveal fares that are hundreds lower, simply because the crowds are smaller. For example, flying out of Burbank instead of LAX, or Baltimore instead of Washington, D.C., can save a surprising amount. It's not about chasing every deal, it's about giving yourself room to choose. Even if mobility or comfort is a concern, flexibility doesn't have to mean inconvenience. Many seniors prefer direct flights to avoid long layovers, and that's smart. But if you can tolerate one short connection, even a 45-minute stop, you might unlock a lower fare and earn more frequent flyer points. Airlines quietly discount routes with layovers because they are less popular, yet often the total travel time isn't much longer. The idea is simple. Instead of rushing to fit into the airline's schedule, let the airline fit into yours. To make this even easier, set up alerts on trusted sites like Google Flights or Hopper. Enter your route, then toggle flexible dates. You'll see a full calendar of prices, green for cheap days, red for expensive ones. Watch for dips. and book when the green reappears. It's an empowering feeling to see the numbers shift in your favor. For seniors on fixed incomes or those simply mindful of every dollar, this kind of control turns travel from stressful into strategic. Flexibility isn't about giving up comfort, it's about claiming freedom. It's knowing that your time, your pace, and your priorities can lead to better deals and smoother journeys. Every small adjustment, a different day, a smaller airport, a quieter hour, translates into more savings without sacrificing joy. The best part is, you're not racing anyone anymore. You get to travel on your own clock, and the airlines will quietly reward you for it. 4. Stack your savings like a pro. Here's where travel savings start to feel like a quiet victory, when you learn how to stack multiple discounts together. Most people assume they can only use one deal at a time, but many airlines still allow senior fares to combine with promo codes, reward miles, and even limited time sales. It's not something they announce publicly, but if you know how to layer these offers, you can cut hundreds off the cost of a single trip. Think of it like stacking coupons at the grocery store. Each one seems small on its own, but together they make a real difference. Start by securing the senior fare first. That's your foundation. Once that's locked in, apply your frequent flyer number or loyalty account to the same booking. Airlines like Delta, United, and American often still award miles even when you book a discounted fare, but it's always smart to confirm with the agent. If you're booking online, look for a field that says add frequent flyer number before you check out. If you're calling, simply ask, does this senior fare still earn miles? Most of the time, the answer is yes, and it costs nothing extra to make sure those points count toward your next trip. After that, check if the airline or your credit card is offering a promotional code or seasonal sale. It could be a full travel discount, a veterans appreciation promo, or a reward from your card provider. Add that code at checkout or mention it during your call. Sometimes, it applies directly to the senior fare. Other times, it lowers the total after taxes and fees. Either way, it's free money in your pocket. You can also combine these with cashback portals like Rakuten or AARP's own travel center. If you book through one of those sites, you may get an additional rebate, either in cash or as travel points. Imagine paying for your flight, earning loyalty miles, getting a senior discount, and then receiving 3% back a few days later. That's smart travel in action. Some seniors hesitate to try these combinations because it sounds complicated, but in truth, it's just about taking things one step at a time. First the senior fare, then the loyalty number, then the promo code. It's a rhythm that quickly becomes second nature. The airlines aren't going to tell you all this, but they do allow it because each program operates independently. They benefit from your loyalty, and you benefit from their small overlaps. Another often missed strategy is booking with a travel credit card that includes extra points or travel insurance. Even when using a discounted fare, those cards can double your reward rate, especially for seniors who travel 2 or 3 times a year. Over time, those points add up, enough for a free domestic ticket or a cabin upgrade. The truth is, stacking discounts isn't about gaming the system, it's about knowing the system better than most. Seniors bring a kind of patience and thoroughness that airlines quietly underestimate. That's your advantage. It takes just a few extra clicks or one quick question to turn a modest discount into something meaningful. So before you hit purchase, pause and ask yourself, did I add everything I'm entitled to? Because when you do, that final price might surprise you in the best way possible. And the best part? You'll know it wasn't luck. It was wisdom. 5. The senior fare isn't always the best fare. One of the most surprising truths about airline pricing is that the senior fare isn't always the cheapest ticket available. It sounds unfair, even a little misleading, but it's simply how modern airfare systems work. Airlines constantly adjust their prices based on demand, season, and even the time of day. A senior fare is usually a fixed discount off the base rate, which means if there's a sale running on the regular fares, that public sale might actually undercut the senior price. It's not that your discount disappeared, it's that the system moved faster than the label. That's why it's so important to double-check before you buy. Seniors are often encouraged to click senior fare and stop there, assuming it's the lowest option, but a quick side-by-side search can reveal better deals hiding in plain sight. Open 2 browser tabs, one with the senior fare selected and one with the standard fare. Compare both results. Sometimes the difference is small, maybe $10 or $20. But other times, the general sale fare can be a full $100 cheaper. Airlines don't volunteer this information because, frankly, they don't have to. They'll happily sell you whichever ticket you select, even if there's a lower one right beside it. And that's where awareness becomes your most valuable tool. The truth is, being a senior traveler doesn't mean you stop being a savvy one. You've spent a lifetime learning how to stretch a dollar, and that same instinct applies here. Don't be afraid to compare, to question, to take a minute longer before confirming. Your time is worth it, especially when it means keeping money in your own pocket. Another smart move is to use flight comparison tools like Google Flights, Kayak, or Skyscanner to see if another airline offers a better deal on the same route. Senior fares can vary widely, and sometimes the competing airline's sale price will beat your preferred carrier's discount fare. If that happens, you can use the lower price as leverage. Call your airline and say, "I found a lower fare elsewhere, can you match it?" It doesn't always work, but when it does, you win twice, keeping the airline you trust and getting the price you deserve. Also, pay attention to what each fare includes. Some discounted senior tickets are basic economy, which may exclude seat selection or carry-on privileges. Meanwhile, a slightly cheaper public sale ticket could offer more comfort or flexibility for the same price. Always read the fine print. Look for baggage policies, change fees, and refund terms. The cheapest fare isn't always the best value, and the best value isn't always the one labeled senior. By understanding this, you protect yourself from the illusion of saving money while losing convenience. This small step, comparing fares, takes just a few minutes but can change the entire travel experience. It gives you back control in a system designed to confuse. Remember, being senior doesn't mean settling for what's offered, it means knowing how to ask, check, and choose wisely. You've earned that discernment through experience. And in travel, as in life, it's that experience that keeps you one step ahead. So next time you're about to click Book Now, take a breath, open that second tab, and make sure the fare you choose is the one that truly serves you, not just the one that sounds like it does. 6. Ask for comfort without paying extra. Airlines have quietly built a business around charging extra for comfort: early boarding, extra legroom, front row seats, preferred aisles. But here's something most travelers over 60 don't know: many of those upgrades can be given to seniors for free if you simply ask. You shouldn't have to pay extra just to sit comfortably, especially when comfort directly affects your health, mobility, and overall travel experience. Airlines know this too, but they rarely advertise it. When you book by phone, mention that you're a senior and that you'd appreciate a seat with easier access to the aisle or restroom, or one that allows for a bit more legroom. The request doesn't have to sound demanding. A simple, "I'd be grateful if you could help me find a more comfortable seat," often does the trick. Airline agents have flexibility that online booking systems don't. They can move you into a better seat at no cost, especially if you're polite and clear about what you need. Some carriers even have internal guidelines encouraging agents to offer small courtesies for older passengers. It's one of those unspoken policies that work in your favor, but only if you speak up. If you're booking online, don't be afraid to call after confirming your flight. Give them your reservation number and ask whether a better seat is available for a senior traveler. You might be surprised how often they'll accommodate you, particularly on flights that aren't full. It's not just about where you sit, it's about how you travel. The right seat can mean the difference between a stressful, cramped experience and a relaxed, pleasant journey. For example, aisle seats give you freedom to stretch and move around without disturbing others, which is important on long flights. Seats closer to the front reduce walking distances and make boarding and exiting easier. Many seniors prefer to be near restrooms or avoid the back rows where turbulence feels stronger. These preferences aren't luxuries, they are part of comfortable, safe travel. Another overlooked benefit of calling is early boarding assistance. When requested, many airlines will allow seniors to board early, giving you extra time to stow your bag and settle in without feeling rushed. You don't need to buy priority boarding, it's often available by request. Likewise, if you use a cane or have reduced mobility, agents can arrange for wheelchair assistance or an escort through security and to your gate. These services are free, you just need to mention them when booking or at check-in. Many seniors don't realize they can also ask gate agents for help on the day of the flight. If you're assigned a seat that doesn't feel right, approach the desk politely and ask if there's something closer to the aisle or front. Most staff will help if they can, especially if you've already checked in early. A kind smile and calm tone go a long way. It's about connecting with another person, not fighting the system. The idea here isn't to expect special treatment, but to travel smarter. You've spent years learning how to make the most of what you have, and that wisdom applies to flying, too. These small, quiet adjustments, better seats, early boarding, easier movement, add up to a more enjoyable journey without a higher price tag. You don't need to buy comfort, you just need to claim it. Every airline has a human side, and when you ask with warmth and confidence, that's the side you reach. So before you click Add Seat Upgrade or pay that $50 for early boarding, take a moment to ask instead. The best seat on the plane might already be waiting, it just takes your voice to unlock it. 7. Protect your savings with price drop refunds. Booking a flight always comes with that small worry, what if the price drops tomorrow? For most travelers, that's just bad luck. But for seniors who know where to look, there's actually a way to protect themselves and get money back when prices fall. It's called price protection, and it's quietly built into certain credit cards, travel programs, and even airline policies. The idea is simple: if you book a flight and the fare decreases afterward, you can request a refund or credit for the difference. The key is knowing which tools make it possible. Some premium travel credit cards include automatic price drop coverage as part of their travel insurance benefits. Cards like Chase Sapphire, Capital One Venture, and City Premier sometimes reimburse the difference if you can show proof that the same flight became cheaper after purchase. It's not a widely advertised perk, but it's written into their terms, and seniors who use these cards often recover $50, $100, sometimes more, just by filing a short online form. Others, like AARP's affiliated cards or those from certain credit unions, include similar protections designed specifically for older travelers who book early and plan carefully. If you don't use a credit card for flights, don't worry, there's another way. Many major US airlines, including Southwest, Alaska, and JetBlue, offer fare credits if prices drop before you fly. Southwest in particular has one of the most senior-friendly policies. If the cost of your ticket decreases, you can rebook at the lower price and get the difference back as travel credit, with no penalty. The process takes only a few clicks on their website. The same logic applies to airlines offering 24-hour cancellation windows. By law, all US carriers must allow you to cancel within 24 hours of purchase for a full refund, as long as the flight is more than 7 days away. This rule gives you a short but powerful opportunity. After booking, keep watching prices for the next day. If the fare drops, cancel and rebook at the lower rate. You lose nothing and gain the savings. For seniors on a fixed income, that kind of flexibility can mean the difference between one trip a year and two. Some travel tools make this even easier. Websites like Google Flights and Hopper track prices after you book, sending you alerts if the fare drops significantly. Pair that with a credit card offering price protection, and you've created a safety net around your travel budget. It's like having a friend who watches your wallet while you plan your next getaway. Of course, the details matter. Always read your card's fine print or check your airline's refund and credit policies before you buy. Some airlines only offer travel credits rather than cashback, while others require you to call customer service to rebook at the lower fare. A little extra effort goes a long way. The goal here isn't just to save once, but to keep those savings protected long after you've clicked purchase. You worked hard for your money, your travel plans shouldn't erase that effort. Whether it's through a helpful credit card policy, a fair-minded airline, or your own watchful eye, you have the power to make sure your savings stay yours. So the next time you book a flight, don't let uncertainty hold you back. You're not at the mercy of price swings, you're in control. And once you've built that habit of checking, tracking, and protecting, you'll never look at airfare the same way again. You've now uncovered 7 powerful ways to save on air travel that most people over 60 never hear about. These aren't coupon tricks or complicated hacks, they're quiet advantages that come from knowing where to look and having the confidence to ask. Airlines may not shout about senior fares, flexible travel days, or hidden membership deals, but they are there for those who know the value of patience and experience. Every one of these savings adds up to something bigger than just money, it's freedom. Freedom to say yes to the people and places that matter most, to visit family more often, to take that trip you've been postponing, or to finally check a dream off your list without the guilt of overspending. You've worked hard your whole life, and these years should be about enjoying what you've earned, not fighting to afford it. The truth is, aging doesn't close doors, it opens new ones if you know how to walk through them. Senior fares, flexible travel days, seat requests, and price protections aren't just travel tools, they're small ways of saying, I've still got places to go. So before your next flight, take a breath, take your time, and remember, you have options, more than the airlines want you to think. Travel doesn't have to be rushed, confusing, or expensive. It can be graceful, simple, and surprisingly affordable when you know your way around the system. Every dollar saved is another moment you get to spend making memories instead of worrying about costs. You deserve that ease, that joy, that sense of confidence every time you board a plane. You've earned it. So go ahead, search for that hidden fare, call that agent, ask for that better seat. Let experience be your advantage. Because the best part of growing older isn't slowing down, it's traveling wiser. If this helped you find one new way to save or even sparked a little excitement about traveling again, give this video a thumbs up and share it with another traveler who deserves a break too. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, because next time, we're uncovering the hidden baggage fee loopholes that could save seniors hundreds every year. Until then, travel light, travel smart, and remember, the world is still wide open for you.